Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, today I'm refilming a video that I filmed last year because I've collected quite a few more crystals since then, so I thought I would just do an updated collection. I'm really excited to film this. I know it's probably going to take me quite a long time, but like I said in the last video, I literally just get to stare at crystals. So, it's a win-win. I've actually organised them into like specific categories this time, so like I've got all like my amethysts together rather than just kind of trying my best to just go through every single one in no particular order. So, let's get started. First up I have amethyst, and I have quite a few pieces of amethyst. I've got a aura coated amethyst, which is really cool. I've got quite a few clusters because I really like clusters. I think clusters are just so beautiful because they're all like so unique. I've got 4 little tumbled stones, and then I've also got a point which somebody gave me for Christmas, which was really lovely because this is such a nice chunk of amethyst. Next up is rose quartz. I've also got quite a few pieces of this. I feel like every crystal collector has quite a few chunks of rose quartz. So I have some smaller little chunks. This one's actually quite a lot more like white than the others. The other ones are quite a nice pinky colour. And then I've got my big chunk of rose quartz. I absolutely love this. I think I got this one for £5 in a shop in Cornwall, which was really cool. Which is like my favourite crystal shop in the world because we go to Cornwall on holiday every year. And that is like the best crystal shop in the world. I love it so much. And then I've got a little sphere of aura quartz. And then some little tumbled stones of that as well. I've piled these like 3 different types of crystals together because they kind of go together. You'll see what I mean. So here I've got, oh, I dropped one. I've got pyrite, sodalite and lapis. So basically sodalite is a mixture between calcite and azurite, and then lapis is also got pyrite in it. So here are my little chunks of pyrite. I absolutely love pyrite. I think it's really beautiful. This is iron pyrite, and then lapis, and then it's a little tumble piece of lapis. I also got a lapis tree, which is really beautiful, and it's got like 1 piece of red jasper on, for whatever reason. And then here are all my sodalites. I don't know how or why I have so much sodalite. I just seem to have acquired it. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Here we have amazonite, which is a really lovely like pale blue colour. I got a lot of these crystals in like lucky dips because a local crystal shop has like a crystal lucky dip, which I absolutely love. It's like really cheap. It's like £5 for like, I think you get like 10 crystals, which is what a deal. Okay, next up is quite a big category, which is calcite. Calcite's kind of identifiable by the way it forms. It forms in like these little squares a lot of the time. So I will start with green calcite. Again, green calcite is just something that I seem to collect quite a lot of. I think it's probably because my favourite colour is green. Don't know if you could tell. But yeah, these are just little pieces of green calcite. We have orange calcite. Orange calcite is said to help with creativity, and I obviously have obtained a lot of that because of an actor, and I just really like having stuff in there that says to help aid creativity. So here is my little pieces. So I got a bigger, I originally had this smaller chunk, and then I was like, I really want to get this big chunk because I got it in the same place as the big rose quartz. Honey calcite, which is a really beautiful like honey colour. I find the way that calcite forms just so interesting, especially with the next piece here. I just find the different ways it forms so interesting. This is blue calcite. What I really love about the calcites as well is that they have this like really beautiful sheen to them. Like, as you can see, they look really glossy. They're like not polished or anything, but they're like, I don't know, I think the texture is really cool. Talking about cool structures, this is aragonite. I absolutely love aragonite so much. The structure of these are just so blimmin' cool. This is a more of like a matrix, so it's a lot less structured, but then this, it's like a full piece of it, and it's beautiful. Also get white aragonite, which is what's here, and again the structure is really, really cool. This literally looks like a cloud. It looks so cool. Here's a little bit of dyed calcite. And then probably one of the coolest crystals I have is optical calcite. So what this does is actually splits light rays into like 2 different rays of light, which is so cool. I will show you this. You can kind of see it if you put it on some like printed words, and it will split them into 2, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure my friend could probably tell you the physics behind that a lot better than I can. But nevertheless, it's really, really cool. Carnelian, again, love this crystal. I love the fact that you can get it in so many like different varieties. It's the same crystal, but it's so different every single time. I think that's so cool. This one I actually found at school on the ground. So if you go to my school and like you lost some carnelian, this could be yours, and I'm very sorry, but I've stolen it from you. Yeah, I really love carnelian. Serpentine. So these 2 are just little tumble things. I actually bought this not far away from where it was found, down the Lizard in Cornwall. So I bought this like in one of the crystal shops local to that area, which is the area where they find a lot of this, which is really, really cool. I think the like patterns on this, even though it's not particularly the most outstandingly coloured crystal, I feel like the patterns and the texture are really, really cool. Jaspers. So a lot of jasper I have is the red jasper, which is like this like bricky colour. It's a tumbled version. And that's just like, it literally just looks like brick. And then there's also some red jasper. One thing about red jaspers and like jaspers in general is they're very fine grained. And then this is Dalmatian jasper. My mum actually has this in like all the rainbow colours, which is really, really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of dyed crystals. I say that, I do have a few dotted around my collection. But I've just got the classic undyed Dalmatian jasper. Another one of my favourites, and this was like one of my top crystals for a long, long time, is aquamarine. Mainly because I think the colour is so beautiful. It's like obviously this like really lovely turquoisey like aqua colour. Another favourite, because it's green and I love the colour green, is fuchsite. Really, really beautiful. I have quite a few chunks of this, again from the Lucky Dip. Emerald in matrix, so the little emeralds in there. It's one there, which is really cool. Okay, here's for my favourite crystal of all time, which is Selenite. I have quite a few pieces of it, mainly because of how much I love it. I think it's such a cool crystal, which I will tell you about when I've grabbed it all. So basically, Selenite is used to charge other crystals. It's said to have kind of the same properties as the moon, like cleansing wise. This can link back to its name because it's called Selenite, which translating from the name Selene, which is like the name of the moon. So I have quite a few chunks of it. I have like different sizes, and I have a wand of it. And then I have 2 little tumbled. That's like your normal selenite, and then this is pink selenite. I love selenite. I have to calm myself down because I do buy an immense amount of it when I don't really need any more selenite, but I can't control myself because I have no self-control. Citrine. Another one. These are not natural citrine, this is heated amethyst, so it's basically they get amethyst and they heat it up. I don't know the exact, I can't remember the exact temperature, but at a certain point it will go this like yellowy colour. So I've got like 3 clusters of that, and then 2 little points. Citrine is said to be the stone of happiness, which is really cool. I really want to get some natural citrine. I've said that for a long, long time, but it's quite expensive. So maybe not the best financial decision. Maybe I should probably be saving money for uni. But, you know. But yeah, the stone of happiness. I really like it. You know, yeah, said that with a smile on my face, so clearly it's doing something. Okay, my second favourite crystal of all time, and I love it so much. I only have 2 pieces of this, but the 2 pieces I have are really, really special to me. I love them so much. Tree moss agate. I can't tell you how much I love moss agate. I love it so much. This one is actually the crystal which is supposed to be anti-anxiety. I took this to a performance, and in my opinion, that was the best performance I ever did in my entire life, so it's kind of like a little good luck charm for me at this point. I like to take it with me when I'm doing performances. I don't know, it just... yeah. And then I saw this in one of the crystal shops, and I couldn't not get it. I just saw it and I was like, I want you in my collection, you're coming home with me, come on, let's go. I love it. It's probably one of my favourite crystals in my entire collection, if not my favourite. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Did I mention I love it? Talking about selenite, by the way. A different formation of selenite. This is desert rose. Again, what a cool structure. I think that my favourite crystals are ones with like cool structures or like patterns and stuff. Like I obviously I love like the big bold colours of like the amethyst and the rose quartz, and I love that, and I think that's beautiful. There's something so cool about holding this thing the earth made that's just like the coolest thing in the world. Like the earth was just like, yeah, let's just that's so cool. But yeah, this is desert rose. This is really, really delicate. I remember back in primary school when my friends came over, I used to show them my rock collection because I was that kind of kid. And I had this piece of desert rose, and every single time somebody held it, I was like, please don't, like, please be careful with it, I don't want to break it. I think they were probably fed up by the end of me showing them all my rocks and crystals and minerals about how many times I was like, please be careful, I don't want them to be broken. But, you know, they didn't get broken, so my warnings worked. I don't know if they were particularly after a whole talk on rocks, though, when they came over to my house. I had a good time. Now, this is so beautiful. This is peacock ore, or also known as Bornite. That's like the official name, but a lot of people call it peacock ore for obvious reasons, because of like the really peacock-esque. If I show you in comparison to a peacock feather, which I just so happen to have, you can see the like resemblance of the colours. But there's beautiful blues, and there's beautiful turquoise, and there's beautiful purples, and there's like a little bit of pink in there. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone. It's proper. This one's more purple, this one's more blue. Tiger's eye. I don't actually have that many pieces of tiger's eye. These are my only 2 little pieces. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, there's another one here. I have 3 pieces of tiger's eye. 2 little tumbled ones. This one's slightly bigger, and you can see the flash a bit better on here. And then a raw piece, which isn't very tiger eye-y. It kind of looks like Jasper. Tiger's eye is said to be a stone of courage, which I kind of guess makes sense. This is blue lace agate. I think this is beautiful. So this is a little tumbled version of it, which I love raw pieces, but there's just something about this specific like tumbled stone that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I just think it's like, you can see the tumbled druzy inside, and then all the bands around the edges. I think it's so beautiful. And obviously here's the little geode, and again I think it's really, really pretty. I love the colour of it. I love the pale blue with the contrast of like the few bands of like deep like navy blue. Another thing I think is really cool is geodes, and I have quite a few of them. So here is my biggest one. This is a agate geode. It's this like really lovely like grey colour, which I think is kind of an oxymoron to see a lovely grey colour. But there's just something about this colour that's really, really like appealing. I don't know what it is. I really like how there's a big like slate of like here, and then the little druzy inside there. This one is particularly cool because I actually cracked this clear quartz geode open myself. I didn't do it the best. There's kind of little fragments of it just everywhere now. Like I have like a few tiny little pieces that I keep up on my altar. But yeah, clear quartz, I'll talk about that now. is the stone of master healing. It's said to be able to take on properties of any other stone if you needed one in like a ritual or a spell jar or a crystal grid. You could substitute like clear quartz into any space as any other crystal because it can take on those properties, which is great. We love. This is laser quartz, which is really, really cool. The structure of that is really cool. It has like little points coming off everywhere, and this one has like 2 main points and then a few little other points around there. Here, I know I said I didn't particularly like dyed stones, but they're really pretty, so I do have a few dotted around, and this is a dyed agate geode. I think this one's really cool. I really like the I like how it's polished on this side, but then obviously the matrix on the outside is still rough. Here is a bigger clear quartz geode. Literally looks like sugar. I'm pretty sure they call these like a fairy geode because they just look so magical. Like this guy, I guess it's like the fairy dust. It's been sprinkled in it. I assume that's where the name came from, which is pretty accurate. It looks really cool. Here's another like quote unquote fairy geode. I didn't actually crack this one open. This one came like whole, like with an elastic band around it. You can just be like, there we go. So they definitely did a better job of breaking it than I would have done. So I appreciate that. Again, this one was really cheap. This one was on like sale, and I think I got this one for like £1. I have a town near me. Not that my local town, but like a town that like me and my friends get the train to sometime. That is like a big crystal town. Yeah. And they have like literally about 5 crystal shops in the space of like a few, like a mile of that town. And then another, I think somebody in the comments told me what this one was. It was like crazy lace. I'll put the comment on the screen if I can find it. But yeah, and that's another little geode. This is tourmalated quartz, which is like tourmaline inside clear quartz. This is also said to be a good one at protection because tourmaline is a big stone of protection. Here we have black onyx, which is actually really, really like, this one like isn't dense at all. So for how big it is, this is really, really light. This is an element. This is element number 83, and this is bismuth. Again, structure, so cool. I think this was every gay kid's favourite element in chemistry. Rutilated quartz. This is basically got copper. I don't know if I can be able to show you it very effectively, but it looks really cool in real life. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one. Garnet, which is actually my birthstone. Then we've got a few little man-made crystals. So this is goldstone. This is actually copper encased in resin. I think it's kind of trying to emulate sunstone with the same kind of like flash that's got naturally. And then opalite, which is like a man-made glass stone. And then this is crackle quartz. Crackle quartz can occur naturally. It's when quartz gets heated up too far. This one, however, is like a man-made heated up. So they basically like synthetically heated up clear quartz. So it's got this like crackle effect. There's nothing wrong with man-made stones. I think a few people are kind of iffy about them, which I mean is fair enough. For me, they're beautiful. They have properties of their own. For example, opalite is said to be really big for dreams. If you put this like near where you're sleeping and stuff, it's said to be able to have really like vivid dreams. Also, it's also said to be like good with communication for like the other world, if that's the kind of thing that you're working on. Kyanite. This is, again, structure, 10 out of 10. Said to be a stone of communication. One of my best friends actually got me this chunk for Christmas, and I think it is really beautiful, like how it's tumbled in like a pillar. Now this insanely pretty stone is a mix of matrix, azurite and malachite. So the little green parts here are malachite, and then this is azurite, and obviously the matrix is all the brown stuff. Beautiful stone. Malachite and azurite form naturally together quite a lot of the time, so that's why this is often found together, and I think a lot of tumble stones have this really like contrast of the green and the blue, which I think I might get some at some point, but for the moment I find the raw piece just as stunning. This is Unakite, which is again which is a really like cool contrast of green and like orangey pink. This is a raw piece of snowflake obsidian. This is like a raw chunk of lepidolite. Lepidolite actually contains high traces of lithium, which is what you find in a lot of anti-anxiety medications, and therefore is kind of said to be the stone of anti-anxiety, for obvious reasons. This is onyx and marble. I have these two little, this is obviously an egg, and this is a little pyramid that I got in Spain. I also have a big one up there that's holding my bookshelf, like kind of up, so I can't really show you without like knocking all my books over, but I'll give you a little close-up over there. Another clear quartz point. This is labradorite, which is beautiful. It has this really beautiful shine and flash on it. This is turquoise. This is basically like what people use often to replace turquoise. It's also often sold as turquoise, which is something you've got to watch out for. In comparison, this is like actual turquoise. Which obviously they look quite similar. Something else that is often sold as turquoise is howlite dyed blue. This is howlite without being dyed blue. So this is actually said to be good for safe travel. So this is something that I like to take with me when I'm going places, whether that be in the car or on the train. I like to carry this with me. This is cathedral quartz. It's obviously got this really, really lovely like points coming off the main point. This is sunstone, which again is said to be a stone of happiness. And then this is mookaite. So if you want to know what malachite looks by itself, this is what it looks like. A really, really beautiful green colour. And obviously it's got patterns. There's something you actually have to be careful with. A lot of people have to be advised not to put this in your bathroom, because basically what happens is malachite becomes toxic when it becomes paired with water. So you don't really want to keep it anywhere place that's going to get wet. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end the video. I do have quite a few more little tumbled stones and stuff, but this video would take forever if I went through every single one of those. I think what I might do is I will do a separate video on my tumbled stone collection, so I can go into detail of all of those, if that would be something you guys would be interested in. Yeah, let me know. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not dying of heat, because the UK at the moment is insanely hot for us. I thank you guys for watching. Please remember to click the like button and subscribe if you want. Maybe leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video, which hopefully should be a journal flip through of one of my old journals. So yeah, bye guys.